Alright, this is Only Mans, and I am Seth.
I'm Jeremy.
I'm Jake.
I'm Brad.
Enjoy the podcast.
See how he awkwarded him? He's like, no, I mean, I don't know how we're leaving with this.
Like we don't have nothing to talk about, Jake.
I got plenty to talk about. It's
Okay,
just,
let's hear it then.
okay, I'm gonna.
So you could just say plenty of topics today, but I'm gonna start with this fucked up shit.
fucked up shit. I don't have.
I feel like this is the only time I really get to talk to you guys anyway.
Yeah,
To be
for
honest,
real.
anymore, this is it.
Unless Jeremy's there, then you want to take lunch and breaks.
No.
He was waiting for that. He said that the other night.
When do you go to lunch and breaks, bro? I'll start going with you.
I go in the office
Yeah.
whenever I do.
Oh,
You'd have to get under the table.
Damn.
Here's something I read today that I thought was wild, but apparently China is limiting kids online, like online games, to 3 hours a week, and that just blows my fucking mind.
I seen that, man. That is fucking crazy. I mean, it's not that surprising because it is China.
Of all the things China does, this is the worst, right?
I'm supporting North Korea with a modern day Holocaust. Oh,
I mean,
video games. Imagine
They can't get online for 3 hours. That's it.
a week to play
Yeah.
a video game. Just imagine if that was here in America, like
Oh
if that happened to me when I was 12, last week or whatever. When me and Brad used to play Modern Warfare, it was like an all-day thing, and if I was limited, I'd be
I'm
like,
gonna sound
what
like
am
an
I gonna
old
do?
man, but I think it'd be good for our country.
Kids need to get outside
I
more.
think it would be good for our country.
Back in my day, it was popular to go out in the creek.
Poplar.
I mean, well, more than just kids. I'm talking about us as adults anyway. Because what do? We sit there and stare at our phone all day and the TV all day.
Well, some
And that is
places
it.
don't have anything.
We are dead.
I think there's a difference between saying like you should limit your online video game exposure and then it being enforced.
Yeah,
Yeah,
There's
the
a
government
difference.
enforcing it.
Well, that's the one thing we're worried about the government enforcing these days, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really? Really?
Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah.
get into that?
No, we're not. We're not.
Either way, I just thought that was wild.
What if instead of 3 hours, it was 10 hours a week?
That's more reasonable?
That's more reasonable.
But yeah, it was like they get to play from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Friday, and then on Saturday they get their extra 2 hours to do whatever.
I say a couple hours a day would be nice.
Yeah, I mean,
2 hours a day.
yeah.
yes.
That's
Gives
what
you
I was-
time to.
There are
either-
some games out there that is nothing, and it would literally take you years to complete the game.
Yeah.
Like I agree, I know, but I'm talking about, and I'm also talking TV and phone. Like no social media scrolling.
Oh, yeah.
15 minutes, that's it, and then you got time to watch a movie or a TV show or something, catch the
Or
news.
listen
And,
to a cool podcast that you like.
this don't count.
That's still online entertainment.
It is, isn't it? I also don't count Reddit as social media.
Yeah,
It's
me
kind of like
neither.
reading the newspaper of fucked up shit.
I agree.
Your specific Reddit that you read.
Mine, yes.
Either way, I was talking to Brad at work about it, and I was just like, an hour is not enough time to do anything. I need at least like 2 hours if I'm going to play anything, like at least like a staple.
I understand that because if I had to leave in an hour, I wouldn't want to start a game. I wouldn't want to even pick it up. Like,
It's a waste.
yeah, it's not. I wouldn't even have enough time to get into it.
I understand that.
Well, certain ones you could, like something like Rocket League or something like that,
Yeah, like a
But
20-minute match
like an arcade type game. But
or a Fortnite match or something.
yeah, something like that.
Anything single player with
Yeah,
a story.
but one match pisses me off because you know what's going to happen in that one match.
Yeah.
You're like, I got to
You
go
get your
again.
ass
You
kicked.
just
Yes.
warm up.
Like, I got to go again.
Well, I guess that's why they were limited in China, because they whoop everybody's ass on video games.
That wouldn't surprise me.
That's
When you see like
I
a
told
Chinese
you.
name pop up on the leaderboard, you're just like, oh, fucked.
I told you I don't remember the specific year, but if you're the country that has plans to take over the entire world by I think it was like 2049 or
2054,
2054
you
or
said?
something like that, then you can't have your kids playing video games.
They are strict as fuck.
They all look alike, too.
Learn Mandarin and don't say shit like that.
I saw something that was interesting one time. It was a thing like that where it said all Chinese people look alike, and then it showed like 10 white dudes,
All look alike.
and they all fucking same, dressed the same, same hairstyle, same facial.
That's
you
only
know.
Yankees, bro.
Yeah, I agree with that partly. It was actually really, well dressed rich people,
Yeah.
prep, like a prep style or something like that. But they all looked identical too. You couldn't pick them out.
They all had stupid names, I bet.
I'm sure,
Like
Bradley.
fucking
Chad.
I was going to say Chad, but I knew
Scott.
the next implication was my own fucking name.
Jacob.
Okay, Seth.
I
Get more
know.
old school and biblical.
The other day, or last week, I think, me and Vicky went and got her oil changed in her car, and I saw Mikey, and like I was pulling up to the thing, and I seen him, and I was like, when I saw him, he seen me, and I stuck my tongue out, like like doing the what's up thing. Yeah. So I made like a crazy face. I was like that, and he looked at me, and then he kind of kept walking, and I was just like, and Vicky's like, I don't think he knows it's you, and I'm like, no, he seen me, he made eye contact and everything, and like I got out of the car, and then I seen him, and I was like, hey man, I was like, did you not recognize me? He's like, no. He's like, I just like fuck this, and kept walking.
That's
He was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, he noped out of that.
It's been rough back there. Everybody's out on COVID leave. At one point in time, I think he was the only dude back there.
I saw one of the dudes walk in with like the real fancy mask with the fucking
rebreather
things on the side.
Oh,
One of
yeah.
the automotive dudes today.
He was being serious about it,
Yeah,
wasn't he?
yeah, he's like, fuck this.
These bay doors are open, but I need this mask.
Why
Speaking
you
of,
could have roasted? I specifically didn't mention who it was, so they didn't.
I don't
get
even know
offended.
who it was.
speaking of COVID stuff, I went and got tested for COVID. I told Seth about this, but when I went, I fucking walked into the place, and then they were like, "Oh, it's gonna be a 30-minute wait to get this fucking test." I was like, "Okay," and I had to go wait out in the car, which isn't a big deal. I was sitting out there, didn't have Wi-Fi on my phone or anything, so I was just like, "Fuck." I waited in this fucking car for 2 hours.
What?
Yeah. And apparently their system went down and all this bullshit, and they had to bring paperwork out for people to sign instead. And I was out there, and my car, like, it has air conditioner, but when you're not driving, like if you're stationary, it starts slowly going back to like warm. So I was sweating my fucking ass off past this 40-minute mark. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Does your car not have like a setting that's like incoming air and then recycling the air that's in it?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like, it didn't change shit. But I was sitting out there, and I was making jokes to Vicky. I was like, I feel like I'm on fucking Fear Factor right now. Like, they're gonna come out with a big ass check. Like, you made it. I was like, this is unbearable. And I had the windows down, and there's fucking like bees flying into my car like every 5 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck?
What he's trying to say is getting a COVID test was absolute hell.
Yeah, it was. It was terrible. I should have just stayed home. But
Why didn't you just leave and tell them to call you?
I didn't even get the test yet.
They didn't even test you?
No, they tested me like at the 2-hour mark.
I'd have probably just left in like an hour.
I already signed in and all that, and I didn't know how it was going to work, and I also didn't know where else to go. I went to Riggs first, and they're like, we don't do
You know the place next to El Pubs?
it's too late now, but yeah.
Well,
Tenova.
I don't remember what it's called, but that's where I go, and they come right out to your car.
Well, next time for sure. It was just,
Jeremy's done this like 5 times.
and I got more mad when they came out there. I was like, oh, I'm getting my test finally. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry, the stuff's down. I'm like, oh yeah, and they're like, yeah, and I'm like, well, it's fucking hot out here. Like, I said it more respectfully, of course, and they're like, well, just turn on your air. I'm like, oh, why did I fucking think of that? Silly me. Turn on the air. I'm Wayne sweating in my car. I'm just miserable. But yeah, that happened. It was negative, so I wasted my time completely all the way
At least
around.
you know you ain't sick.
Yeah. I was
It was
also
a false negative.
yeah, they also said you might want to come back in 3 days and get tested again just in case. I was like, no,
I will not stay here for 2 more hours.
Yeah.
He said it felt like yours during Halloween 2 years ago.
But it was shitty. I hated it. So yeah, that was a experience of mine.
How was y'all's experience at the Hooters
Ah,
the
dude.
other day?
Man, it was off the fucking chain.
Fucking lit.
Off the fucking chain.
Did you enjoy your drinks?
Yes, I did.
I wish you guys drunk a little more.
I should have drank more.
Yeah, everybody was
too.
like, "Oh yeah, we purposely took this day off so we can get drunk." And
But I don't feel like paying $8 every time I want to drink.
Yeah, my bill came out to 50.
Was that the
so-
cheap ones too?
no,
I think so. I mean,
The cheapest is beer, and then we got a couple of mixed drinks.
Or are they
so-
like $3 beers or something? Maybe.
I have no idea. It didn't have the price. For some reason,
If
a
they don't
lot.
have the price, they're too expensive.
Yeah. Dude, you know how fucking shitty it is to be like, hey, how much is your beer? And they're like, I don't know. Let me go ask. I'm like, yes, go ask. Like,
Did she say that?
no, I didn't ask there. But one time I was out fucking that steakhouse, the nice one.
Outback,
No, the nicer one. Texas.
Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, I was there and I was looking. I was like, I'm gonna get me a beer, and I'm like, they don't have a price. I was like, I don't want to pay like $10 for a beer. So I was like, hey, how much is your beer? And they're like, oh, I don't know. No one's ever asked that. And I'm like, oh yeah. Like, I'm just like a poor man. Like,
I feel like when you go to a place like that, you better come with money because you know it's going to cost.
Yeah.
Unless you're Applebee's.
yeah, dude, Applebee's.
The poor man's delight.
On Wednesdays, you get the cheap drinks.
Well, you can get dollar PBRs there every day. So that's what I get. But
there you go.
yeah,
Every
I feel like such a low life. I'm like, how much is your beer? And I'm like, oh, like if they come back, like no matter what, I at least have to get one, or I feel too cheap. So I'm like $7. Okay.
I'm surprised our debit cards and our bills did not get mixed up.
Me too,
Yeah.
man.
Dude,
I was impressed as fuck. She was like taking them all between her fingers like that.
That was the most impressive thing
If
she
you were
could do. Wasn't
impressed, did you tip?
$5.
I think we all did $5.
Yeah, I did.
To be fair, they
$5.45.
didn't get much out of us all then, did they?
No, Ben
$50 for 10 of us.
Ben might have tipped more. They're over there next to him a lot.
We're not.
He's
we're
like-
cutting this out of the podcast.
Are we-
I'm not gonna make him feel good.
No, this is a
He
feel
ain't
good
gonna
thing.
listen.
I guarantee he brought his bank statement in and laid it down there and be like, "You see that's my income."
That
for the
means
year."
put this sticker in that guy's hand.
Yeah,
It just has that aura, man.
yeah. Oh, he totally does.
It was
You should've seen
It
him.
was his long hair.
There's
chicks like it.
one point I felt really awkward because they had masks on, and I read people's lips a lot when they talk. if I can't hear
you can't
them.
not stare at their tits when their lips aren't available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, either way, the chick walks up and I didn't see her. And
Jake did not look at any pair of titties.
I did not.
The entire time. he
Don't
was
you
there.
dare!
The ass is hanging out the bottom of the pants. He definitely didn't see them either.
There was barely any ass there.
His eyes were
man.
closed the entire time.
There's a couple times you just see the bottom of them.
He
butt
suffered
cheeks.
temporary blindness the whole time he was there. Didn't he?
But anyway, I was
Anyway,
talking to Seth, I think, or somebody, but the chick walks up and then Vicky's like, "Hey, Jake," and gets my attention. I look over and I'm like, "Huh?" And she mumbles whatever, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, we're good." And she goes, "No, no, no." And I'm like,
well, don't make fun of her, dude. She had your dick in her mouth.
yeah." And I'm like, and then Vicky's like, she's asking how you want to pay or something like that. And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm ready to pay card." And she's like, "Okay." And then
You turned and Vicky looked
no.
at you like, "Fuck you."
Dude, he's getting ready to roast me. Just wait.
Jeremy's like, "Yeah, here, card." And then Seth was like, "Single."
I'm single.
Yeah, I'm single is what he said.
Take your shot, bro.
It did come out seeming that way, but it totally was not meant that way.
I can actually imagine your face, like when you did. You're like single.
No, he didn't even register until she walked away.
I put my head down immediately. I'm like, "Fuck." That's what I just did.
She
I was
threw a
hoping no one else, picked up on it. Like, "Oh yeah, it's a single check. I got it."
Yeah.
But no, everybody's like, "Ha ha ha, bag."
She came back with hearts all over the receipt.
Yeah. I was like, "Hey, did anybody else get hearts on their total?"
But you just say single, and she goes, "Me too."
She probably did. You just couldn't hear with the mask.
Yeah, you couldn't. I couldn't clearly.
I have piggybacks off both of those stories you just told.
Oh yeah, because you weren't there, you had to piggyback off something else.
It just reminded me of
Yeah,
it.
man, it was so much fun. So many people,
Yeah.
important people.
Was I even fucking invited? Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Was Brad invited?
No.
Oh.
Exactly. You can't make fun of me for not showing up to something I wasn't invited to.
No, that made me feel bad.
Exactly. Fuck you. Turn.
Anyway, I'm sorry. What were your
Shit.
stories?
The story about it being hot as fuck when you were getting that COVID test done. We went to Megan's graduation and it was at the stables. Do you know what that is?
Yes.
Yeah. Up the valley.
Valley,
yeah.
yeah.
It's like a big ass barn essentially.
Yeah.
Well, there was like 30 people graduating or something, and all of their families there, and there was a lot of fucking people, and it was hot as fuck, dude. And
Inside that place.
yeah, they apparently it has AC, but they refused to turn it on. So there was like half the ceiling.
Jeremy,
fans.
do you own this place?
Air conditioning's on here, people. Don't listen to them.
Half the ceiling fans that are like 30 feet up on this fucking roof, right, are on, and the other half aren't. And I didn't even pay attention when we walked in, so I sat under one that wasn't fucking on, and I was like fucking sweating. Had to wear a dress shirt, so I'm like extra layers and everything, fucking just sweating the entire time. That was horrible. It sucked.
I live very close to there.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do. Yeah. It's like
It's
I
like
didn't know
2
where you
miles.
live.
It's like 2 miles away.
What was your second story?
I don't remember.
What was the second story?
Not hearing the.
Oh, yeah, the
Seth's
chick couldn't
single.
Damn it, I'm gonna forget what I was gonna fucking say. Oh, the restaurant. Okay. About the dollar beers and shit. I went to the nicest restaurant I've ever been to after her graduation. Her parents took us to a place in Knoxville called Ruth Chris.
I
Probably
thought
a
it was
regular
going to be
for
a
them.
McDonald's with no drive-through.
Bruh, this place was one of those places where like it was $80 steaks.
Oh my
Like each
gosh.
one of us was probably over $100 for each
Phew.
person. It was fucking great food, but it felt wrong because it was so expensive.
So when you ate it, like, is it life changing? Like, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
No, it was
I
really
mean,
it was
like-
really fucking good.
If your favorite burger from like fucking Wendy's, does it compare?
It's better. It was better.
Okay.
Yeah, it was better.
I have a question. So since you went to this fancy place, like, was it in the back of your mind, like you're looking at the menu and you're like, I got to get something kind of cheap, reasonable, or were you like, I'm going all out, I want a fucking bottle of wine? You know?
Megan told me before we got there, she was like, don't order the cheapest thing because they will call you out on it. She's like, I've been there, so just like order what you want. So I went with the middle.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I was gonna say.
there was like the, I don't know, the 6-ounce steak, like 11, and there was like another one past that, and I got the 11.
Okay.
And this thing was my fucking fist, like thick.
Thick?
Yeah,
Oh,
dude, it was
damn.
fucking great.
Dude, how long did you chew that steak? I would have chewed on it like it was beef
I tried to
jerky.
savor it, man. It was fucking great. I got that, and this you had to get like a salad and then the meal and a side, right? The salad was a lobster bisque, which I never ate before, but it's kind of like a chowder, but it was really fucking good. And the steak was really fucking good.
Damn.
And then I got some mushrooms that come in a pot, and they were really fucking good.
I had a damn good ass burger at Hooters.
Dude, it was fucking nice. Like it was like right next to the river, and it was like all glass, and we could see out to the river. So I was like watching like barges and shit go through the river while we're eating
Where's this at?
in Knoxville or close to UT.
This is how I imagine Jake and Vicky eat every day.
See, when you work part time, you can go places like this.
But not only that, let me top this off. So they paid for that for all of us, right? So
Mhm.
I'm sure it was $100 at least for like me, and $100 for her completely separately. And then the next day, that was the day before her graduation, right? Yeah. The next day we went to her graduation, and afterwards we went to this Mexican place in La Follette. I can't remember the name of it.
El Pubs.
No, not El Pubs.
The other one, I know.
El Charo. Is that what it
Yeah, I
is?
think so.
Went there, and then her uncle paid for our food while we were there, and I was like, "Damn, I keep getting to eat free."
I need to hang out with these motherfuckers more.
Yeah, it was fucking good, man.
I hate whenever I go out to eat with somebody and they pay for my food, man.
But they,
I hate it.
they
Yeah,
purposely planned it. I guess they
Yeah.
wanted me to go for me to go. So
it's her graduation.
I
It's
know.
a special occasion.
yeah, it was like her parents, her aunt and uncle, her cousins. Like there's a bunch of people there.
Bro, she's gonna be making like $13 an hour now, you know. So she's good.
If she gets the job, she wants 25.
Woo!
Yeah.
I hope for your sake she gets it.
There's pros and cons.
Speaking of jobs and money and stuff, SL hires in at $16 an hour, right? And you can work just the weekends if you wanted to, and you can work like 12+ hour shifts on those weekends. So you can go there $16 an hour, 3 days, 36 hours, and then be off the next
But they let you.
4.
They
Yes,
let you just do that.
yes.
That's
and,
awesome.
And it's an assembly line. I'm guessing.
not
It's a
sure
factory,
all
so
of
there's
it.
different things. But
Darren, he told me about that, how he only works their weekends. It's also on the billboard on the way to Walmart.
I did see
Weekend
it.
shifts, first, second, and third shifts.
I've seen that billboard.
Yep. 16 an hour.
I still don't know if that's worth it for me to work fucking factory work.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, but it's just
I really don't know if I could do factory work, man.
if you can go in there and work 2 15-hour shifts and a 10 the next day, and that's it. You got your 40
That's a fuckload of
in 3
time in
days.
one day, though. 15 hours compared to what we're doing right now.
Well, he's doing 10, so remember
Yeah.
that. Well,
Minimal.
Yeah.
I'm there for it's close to 12 a day actually.
if I was going to do that, probably 3 12s, and that would be it.
Yeah.
Done.
But I mean, whenever I was pulling those doubles, that was 15 hours a day. And I've done that a couple times a week. It's possible, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then you've got the rest of the week off. That's the good part.
Yeah, that's the plus.
Yep.
Fuck, I had something to say to you and I can't remember it.
About the restaurants.
Oh yeah, I imagine them. They're just like, you got us this time since we got you last time, right? It's like a $500 check.
Oh,
Would you do it?
What?
Would you pay for it if they said some shit like that? Like next time you go out,
I would pay for what I could reasonably.
I would pay for mine.
just
That is
use
it. Yes.
you- like they're putting it out. They're like, we got you last time, so you got us now.
Well, then we're
not
not
if they
eating.
picked the place. No,
Okay.
if they picked Ruth Chris again and it was $100, that's not
That's
fair.
what I'm talking
That's not
about.
fucking fair.
You can't do that.
like if you were wanting me to pay for it, I'll get you fucking L Pubs or something. Like, let's go do that.
Well, hypothetically, if they
like-
put you in that situation, how do you get out of it without coming off?
No.
I would just be like, dude, I work at Walmart.
Seth's like, look, I'll pay for mine and I'll tip. That's all I can do.
yeah.
$5, they're getting it. Don't
Usually
worry.
when you go
You know,
out to
honestly,
eat,
if they put me on that spot, I'd be stressed, and I'd be like, I could pay for like 10% of yours.
Pulls out a fucking notebook, starts doing math.
when you go out to eat with people, you already know basically how the bill's going to
Yeah.
unfold, unless someone offers. You know what I mean? If we all went out to eat, be like, hey, I got you guys on this one. None of you would argue. Really? Oh, fucking thank God.
I wasn't expecting that. Like I said, that's the most expensive place I've ever ate at.
That's crazy. Yeah, I've never seen nothing like it.
I've never even heard of that place.
I hadn't either. Never heard of it before.
I'm just a poor boy. Nobody loves me.
Well, see, apparently, you know how there's that like fucking sphere in Knoxville?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
the gold, there's a restaurant in that. Apparently, Megan thought that that's where we were going, and because she had been there before as a kid. That's fucking crazy to me.
I didn't know there was a restaurant in it, but I've been up in there.
Yeah.
I completely forgot there was a
Never
restaurant in the middle of it.
Yeah, I've never been.
It's nothing special.
Nothing special.
You hop in an elevator, you go up top. The end. You see Knoxville. It's a shithole. No, it's pretty. It's pretty.
It's pretty cool. It was like so expensive. It blew my mind. Like I'm pretty sure that steak I got was like 80.
All I
bucks
know is
by
we
itself.
let him hijack our whole fucking Hooters thing. That is what we've sat here and done.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What was you expecting? It's Brad.
I gave a story off of the restaurant, fucker.
Yeah, the draft is the coolest thing ever.
I
Yeah, it's so
hijacked
much
the Hooters
fun.
thing I wasn't invited to. Yeah.
You gotta get.
I
his
should have
somehow.
showed up.
I kind of felt bad about one thing. Not bad. It was just awkward. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but there's a girl.
I did. I noticed.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. There's a girl that I'm thinking it's right after she clocked out or whatever, she puts a shirt on.
Well,
that
yeah.
made me that's so fucking awkward, man.
Did you?
That makes me feel weird.
I
That
noticed
is
a few
weird.
of
That's a
them.
weird place in the first place.
It's not a weird place. I don't think it's
They
a
got
weird
to
place.
dress a certain way.
She's
to
only
show
showing them
cleavage.
titties for money.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't like her nipples are out here,
Exactly.
okay? It's barely cleavage. That's all it is.
cleavage.
Yes.
You can't
talk. That's all it is. And it's like immediately she hits clock out, she throws a t-shirt on. Just makes me feel
Rightfully
bad for
so.
her. Makes me
She's a
feel bad
queen.
for her. Yeah. Well, she should be working there in the first place, then should she?
If a girl works at Hooters, she ought to have her tits out 24/7.
If she works, no, what I'm saying is if that's your place of employment and that's your job and that's what you want to do, I feel like, or if a girl's working there, she should want to work there and she should be okay with what she's doing.
Well, maybe she
But
is.
the minute she hit clock out, she throws a t-shirt on and then walks out. It just made me feel like,
and then she went home and did OnlyFans.
no, that's my point.
That's right back out.
That's my point right
She's
there.
got to hide the merchandise until she's home. She's at work showing the merchandise.
She's
walks
not
out.
working there and doing it because she wants to. It's like she's being forced to.
I
That-
mean, everybody's forced to work. You
Ho-
got
Hooters ain't sex
This-
trafficking.
This bitch might be like 6 years into her fucking master's degree, paying for it with those
Yeah.
fucking tits, man.
Maybe.
I get what you're
maybe.
saying,
Thank
though.
you. That's
No
all
problem.
I'm saying.
I got
That's
your back.
it. It's just like, oh, this is fucking weird.
You
Here's-
think
here's the
she put
question.
that shirt on because she was self-conscious, but she might have not even thought about it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Look, whenever I clock out from Walmart, I immediately take off my vest. That's something similar.
It's not
True.
sexual though.
When I
Jeremy,
went into
could be.
Weigels this morning after work, I made sure not to have that motherfucker on.
Exactly.
Do you have to wear like very tight pants and your bulge like being
Do
stuck
people
out
want to see
while
that?
working? No,
Why are you?
You don't have to wear that at work.
that's my point. If that was the dress code and they made you wear that, then you're choosing to work there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this should be something you're okay with. And if you wasn't okay with it, then you shouldn't be working there.
I
But
get what you're
it's-
saying about
it's-
the Hooters thing, but
It's
there
like
was-
watching porn and someone's being forced to undress and you're beating off to it.
Hey, if
Do you?
Wow.
Would you? Exactly. That's the same concept.
No,
That's what I'm
step,
trying
bro.
to say.
Stop. Come on, bro.
hypothetically say you had to wear like super tight clothing,
Like you ain't watched that shit.
I'm not saying I haven't.
Oh, there's a fine line somewhere.
They're not fake.
if you got a $5 raise for wearing that tight clothes at work, would you do it?
Yes,
Okay,
of course.
Poor.
selling yourself.
Did you not notice how many of them come into Hooters? They have like jogging pants on or complete long shirt down to their knees on.
Mm-mm.
There was a
fucking
few
robe.
that was like that, man.
No, I didn't pay attention.
Oh, that chick that had her birthday having to go around the store on the little.
Dude, I didn't know.
I can't wait to hear it.
It was behind me. I didn't see shit.
Who did that? Who did that to that poor girl?
Yeah, dude. No, and she was like, it was funny because like she was far away and she was like having fun with it for a second, kind of embarrassed. She came to our corner and all of us were just like looking at the draft board. We look over and she's just galloping and she fucking frowny faced. She was like,
Because it's sad.
it was sad coming around us. Like she was happy over there and she got to us and we're like, what is this bitch doing?
dude. Because it looks.
Wouldn't you be sad if you had to ride a fake horse around like 8 attractive men?
attractive men. If she flipped the table and it's
Oh my
age attractive
gosh.
women, and I would be like, you know what I mean? Like she wasn't thinking
I
that
didn't
way. It
first
was
when
an
I saw
embarrassing
her. I
thing.
didn't know it was the birthday girl, right? Because I had no clue.
I didn't either. I thought it was a little retarded girl. I was like,
bad
you need to get back to your table.
Where's
That
your
makes sense
mother?
Now. I know what I've seen now.
Me too.
I didn't know she was on her birthday trip.
You know, and she probably looked
I
sad.
thought she just got loose.
That expression of sadness on her face is when she thought they probably think I'm retarded.
But he's not kidding. I swear that's exactly what I thought when I saw her coming around the corner. I'm like, why is she doing this in the middle of this girl's birthday celebration?
Way to steal the fucking show, special kid.
It reminds you of like something that would be done in middle school. Like someone's forcing somebody to run around the cafeteria in middle school. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, oh,
You were like, did you have? Were you
What?
forced to go around?
they're making this special kid run around in circles.
Show us your Naruto run.
Dude, I feel kind of bad now because I did think it was retarded.
Shout out to birthday girl.
That's a whole other thing. Didn't she not look like 14?
Yeah.
So who brings a 14-year-old girl to a Hooters to have her birthday celebrated?
She was 18. I'm imagining.
Yeah, they said she was 18.
Yeah.
Why- oh, yeah, that's right.
She's 18 now. Winking at everybody.
Why Hooters?
Looking right over.
Yeah. The guy that's
Hey,
single.
single.
Yeah, she's 18. Single. Oh.
Right at you.
Oh, shit.
She didn't make the clicking sound, the clop clop like in Holy Grail.
It was a good time, though. It was very long.
If Vicky wanted to die, I'm over here.
It
Like,
was just as long last time she was there.
dude. The
We
worst,
just don't remember.
the worst part about it for me was it was fucking hot. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why it was so hot. I was
A lot of
sweating my ass.
bodies.
Oh, and I bruised the back of my like legs where the stool was.
Does
Like,
he ever have a good experience?
With nothing.
I mean, I want to know
He
if
gets
you
done
did this
having
too.
sex. He's like, yeah, 4 of
It would
10.
have been better if my fucking calf didn't cramp.
Does the fan have to be on high?
Why is it so fucking hot in here? It's like I'm had to work.
Fucking tackle.
My shoulder itches. That kind of threw it off.
Hey, I gotta point out the negatives. But did you have that happen to you? Because
No.
I didn't want a Kevin Hart swing my legs around, so I had it on the pedestal.
My
and-
feet was under his stool a
Oh,
lot.
That might have been why
A
then.
lot.
I had to stand
'Cause-
up, man.
Yeah, because my butt gets so damn sweaty in them kind of seats. And it's just sitting there just like itching.
Itching.
That
I'm like,
means you
good
got a dirty
Lord.
butt, bro.
I was showered actually before I came, so it couldn't have been that.
Apparently not well.
Not enough. Not well enough.
Did you dry your butthole?
No, I
Did you
skip that.
did you do the towel in between the
I
ass
totally
cheeks?
don't dry my butt when I get out of the shower. Everything but the butt.
You don't?
No, Jake. We've talked about this.
I know.
I walk into my house naked and drip dry.
At least you don't put clothes on with a wet ass, huh?
But anyway, kind of felt bad that I didn't talk to you that much.
Oh no, you're good, man.
I mean, because I was turned sideways, and it was, hey, I'm gonna talk to Justin and Jeremy and Kelvin and Wayne, and then I'd have to turn around to focus on Jake, and it was
Every 2 weeks I get my chance to be ignored. It's okay.
yeah.
It was a good time though. It was just the heat, which I was feeling better than what Wayne was apparently.
If we also knew how long we was gonna be there, we could have drank and enjoyed it more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we all like pretty much cut that out at the very
I was-
beginning.
I was pretty fucking drunk, and then I was like, I should stop because I was like, I'm afraid I'll drink too much too early, and then I was just like, man,
If
it's a
Jake
lot
gets
of
If
money.
you weren't pointing and dying laughing at this special kid, you were drunk enough.
Yeah.
Dude, he gets those glossy eyes and he smiles. That's when you know Jake. He's like, yeah.
Welcome to Mediocre Movie Minute. We picked the Vault, or I did, and I watched it like a week and a half ago, so it's gonna be hard to remember. And I think I gave it like a 6.5, maybe a 7. Well, was that too high for you?
Wow. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
I mean, it's a decent movie, so you rating a decent movie highs.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I liked it. It wasn't what I was expecting, though. Like you said, the trailer kind of looked different when you seen it. I don't know what I was
It
expecting.
was like the cover art I saw seemed like darker, maybe more mysterious or something.
I mean, when we watched it right after
Just-
that Blacksmith and the Devil movie. it gets,
That's true. That is true.
What about you, Jeremy?
I agree with you. It was a 6.5. I thought it was pretty good, man.
Good.
When did you watch it?
Oh shit! Over the weekend, sometime.
All right. Well, let's see if we can piece it together and actually talk about this movie, or we're just all gonna have to rely on Brad.
Yeah,
I give it a 6.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
7.
Okay.
I
Cool.
said 7 when I watched it last night.
Hey, we got like a perfect thing. You
Damn.
said 6, or 6.5.
6.5.
I said 6.5 or 7, but you said
So
6.
6.5
Balances out.
overall.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like Freddie Highmore in it. I just like him in general. I think he's a good actor. But yeah, I didn't think it was going to be the way it was. I thought it was going to be more safe cracking than what it was. It was kind of like they didn't have to really.
It was kind of like a Da Vinci Code-esque.
Yeah.
Just not enough.
Yeah, just not the
enough
whole story.
puzzles. Yeah.
Like a whole movie about one aspect of the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I thought the bank was crazy. Like that was insane. I don't know if that's like a real type of thing in Spain. Isn't that where it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
I'm sure it's way more security than that. in real
Well, I
life.
mean, like the water part.
yeah,
in it.
I thought that was neat. The fact that it did not take him very long to figure this out, and I thought that was going to be the whole aspect of the movie. He got brought in for that reason alone.
Well, he was.
And then
supposed
he's
to
like 10 minutes later, he's like, yeah, no one's been able to figure this out. It's water.
Oh, we're at the
Bitches.
bar.
Dumbass. Yeah.
We're at the bar, and they're spraying some ice over there. It gives me an idea.
he was a genius.
Yeah, he was
Apparently
genius,
the
right?
only engineer to ever look at this vault.
Yeah.
be. So
That was made in the 20s.
the movie starts out with them doing like some deep sea diving, going for treasure. Apparently, a Spanish ship had sunk and it had a shitload of treasure on it, rare, and they found it all. And then the Spanish come and take all the treasure they fucking found and spent like 10 years researching where it went down and didn't share any of the loot with them. And the main guy only cared about 3 coins that was supposed to reveal a location of more treasure, more valuable treasure.
Which I liked about the character. I mean, it wasn't money he was after, it's story. It's
He wanted to
history.
hunt.
Yeah, it's the chase.
Yeah.
That's what he was after.
I thought it was interesting.
But that's where the movie killed me.
What do you mean?
What he was after, he never got. The end of the movie, you never find nothing out.
Oh,
He says
It's set up for a
Miley
sequel.
Cyrus was in my head. Like, it's the climb.
Yeah.
they set it up for a sequel.
Yeah.
Was it a Netflix original? I don't think it was.
You know, I don't remember saying that.
I don't think it
I
was.
don't think it was either.
Either way, they could make a sequel of it for
They
sure.
can, but
You
I
know-
wanted the answer.
I felt like they missed a good ironic opportunity there because, like, how he got under the, what is it called?
The safe.
Eiffel Tower
Oh.
and printed on those coins.
Oh yeah.
Like, I figured when they found this that it was going to say it was under the Eiffel
Yeah.
Tower
Yeah.
where they told him it was.
Where is it? London. What?
Yeah.
What was it? I didn't like that the coins were to another bank. That was kind of weird to me. Like, was it underneath the bank and then they built the bank over it? Like, you know what I'm talking about?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I was expecting them to be like, it's under Buckingham Palace.
I mean, like when they revealed the coordinates, it was in London at another fucking bank, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Which
to
made me feel like the entire movie was a waste of time.
Yeah. Well, now they
Like,
know.
like this is we're sitting down here. I want conclusions and I want answers.
Well, my thought was like, does the bank own that shit now? If it's there, did they find it?
Spain, the country owned what they found. The
Yeah.
whole reason they got that loot is because they was doing it illegally.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying
And it was in their waters, their
Yeah.
national waters, right?
Yeah, it was like they had to like get permission and stuff, and they didn't, or they couldn't. Something along
I
those
think
lines.
because it was in their country's waters,
Yeah.
they weren't allowed to do it.
yeah,
Well, the coordinates on the coins that they got, it was just confusing because I thought it was going to be like out in the jungle or the desert, where they buried some treasure or some shit like that. But it was in London at that bank. They're like, we're going to have to do another heist.
The heist they
Yeah.
done was at the Bank of Spain, and the one that they found was the Bank of England.
So maybe if they break in the England one, they'll have more coins.
Yeah, maybe it's like a World Bank conspiracy, I guess.
Maybe.
it's what he's looking. What is it that he's looking for? I don't remember. It wasn't. It ain't money.
It was
He's
supposed
got
to be a
money.
bigger treasure, I thought.
I think it's knowledge or something. There's something there. There's secret history or something because he's got money. The coins that they could have stole was worth a whole lot of money. I mean, is people that greedy? I've got 1 billion, but I might have 1 billion, 1 million if I go over here. Sounds like Jake.
Yeah.
They better have a good idea, because you're right. For them to find the coins and the coordinates lead to somewhere in England or in the middle of London or whatever, I was expecting it to be in the jungle somewhere where a pirate would actually bury his treasure.
That's what I was thinking.
We'll see.
It'd be funny if his treasure's like his wife.
Yeah, his wife's love
His
letters.
queen.
Yeah, his queen. That was my real treasure in life.
This is
And
her actual hairbrush.
Everybody just gives up their money and it's like, oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
We've had the real treasure all along, guys.
Yes, exactly.
Friendship.
And love.
And that's how the second movie ends.
The bank manager guy, he was getting shit on a lot throughout the movie because he was like, something's happening, and everybody was like roasting the fuck out of
Yeah,
him.
they act like they didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, and he's like, this is my job. He was kind of being a dick at one point. They're like asking about the game. Like, imagine
I know.
Rams playing in the Super Bowl, and they're just like, hey, well, what's the score? And he's like, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm putting in protected time.
Yeah.
I'm out.
But I thought it was funny. Like, he was all about protecting it, and he got screwed. So I like that.
They left the fucking window open. That's how they got caught.
Always
man.
unlocked as he smoked.
Well, no, how they got caught?
Yeah, if the bird flew in.
They cut it out though. The way,
could have
Oh.
throw a fucking towel over it.
yeah,
It's always like the little shit that gets people caught.
they didn't plan on it.
I feel like the towel would have drawn
Blew
more
inside.
attention.
I mean, they wouldn't have
Towel
looked.
just falls.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have looked up. I don't think, unless there was a bird there.
That dumbass bird ruined it.
Nature.
The fucking English dude, the cocksucker, like he was being a dick all movie, and you finally find out why, because he was
Oh yeah.
I might have
He was
missed
still
it,
loyal.
but how did he swim out?
he went up the
Through the-
tube where
Did
the
he have like a
water's-
rebreather or something like
No.
he knew?
Held
No.
his breath.
Okay, so that was a shitty way.
No.
Well, like it could have been explained better.
No, it was. He was like he was in a Navy soldier or some shit in the British Army.
Yeah, for the British Army. He was some special agent back years ago.
And that just means he can swim through like thousands of
lot.
gallons of
I
rushing
do
water.
not disagree at all. I don't think he'd be able to do it either.
He was the diver in the beginning of the movie, the one that went and took his tank off, and he's like, "I'm the only one that can make this kind of swim." And it goes through, the ship collapses.
There's
and
a
like, he's fucking dead.
difference.
There's a difference between swimming through the ocean and then through all that water
The,
rushing into
the
that.
pressure of
all-
that water. I don't believe it's possible he could have swam through
It
that.
might not have been like
It's
a
not
long
that-
They could
swim.
have at least like had him pull out a rebreather or something that would have made more sense for how he survived.
Not
that.
even the breathing. How are you going to swim against that kind of current?
He might have just been like pulling up the tube, maybe.
I
And
don't
once
know.
the water starts
Superhuman
filling up,
strength. He's Captain fucking Britain. That's
well,
what
I
he
mean,
is.
once the water starts
Captain
filling,
Britain.
when the water would
Spade,
fill
sorry.
up the tube, it would like depressurize a little
For the
bit.
queen.
But yeah, he was a fucking dick, and I like that he didn't get the coins.
He kind of looked like Jeremy's sperm all up in these hoes. Just
Oh, yeah.
get to that egg. Get to that egg.
swim up.
How did that girl do sleight of hand so good like that, man?
I don't know.
Have you ever watched videos of people doing that?
Yeah.
Like actual real life people
Shit's
doing
good.
that? Yeah.
it
It's
kinda-
impressive.
It kind of gave her a moment in the movie because I thought it was weird when she opened it. She didn't say anything immediately, and I was like, is she fucking them over? Because she's like, and they're like, did you find it? And she's like, yeah. I was like, why'd she pause so long? So it kind of gave it a second instead of some bullshit like, here it is, immediately take it.
It seems like it should have been more out there. It would have been noticeable that she had swapped them.
I feel like I've talked a lot of shit about the movie, so I just want to go ahead and reinstate that it was a 6, and it's actually a really good movie. I enjoyed it a lot.
It wasn't. Usually movies have like a boring build-up period, but I didn't feel like this had that much.
I wasn't bored during the movie. It stayed constant, I felt like.
I'm glad I watched it when I did, or I'd be sitting here going, yeah, this sounds like a cool movie, guys.
Yeah.
Like normal.
Yeah.
It was just overall, like I can't pick out like specifics of it that were like extremely interesting, but like overall it flowed pretty good, I guess.
Was there anything in it that made you cry?
No, nothing.
I liked the part where
the
the dude
beauty of how they survived that vault.
Yeah.
the dude that was putting all the tanks to weigh down the bank. I like that. Like it was kind of like
At the end, he
intense.
puts in
His
on the radio,
radio.
and that's what gave it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
Thanks, Dad.
Jeremy's like, anything with love.
He
or
got closure.
happiness. Yeah. Jeremy's like, ugh, fuck that.
You
radio.
can cry. You
That
can cry,
radio
Jeremy.
That radio weighed 2 pounds.
It's
If
That
okay.
2 pounds is what saved them.
Yeah, I know.
No, what
Well,
saved
it's
him was
what-
his connection to his father.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that guy weighed another couple hundred. So
His father came down in ghost form, you know.
I don't know if you guys noticed this, but it gave them that air pockets. All it did.
Yeah.
It didn't it was going to fill up all the way and all that weight. So even with that radio off, they still would have been fine.
Yeah, I agree.
I like
It
how
was
that-
just a nice little moment that people can have, Jeremy.
it didn't even
No.
it kind of skipped over this, but like if all that water come flushing out, like how did they catch themselves?
I don't know. That was confusing to me.
The what?
Like all the water come rushing out of the vault, and they were in the water,
Mhm.
supposedly maybe unconscious, right? And it was through a big ass tunnel, like a sewer tunnel that went into like deep dark nothing.
Yeah.
How did they catch themselves and not fucking get flushed
Oh,
out?
I know.
Like
Well, because they're also
Captain fucking Britain.
Yes.
I can swim with the best of them.
With super strength. Physics don't apply in this movie.
And not only were they like drowning, they were drowning, and then 5 seconds later they're climbing up an elevator shaft like it's nothing.
And running through a building.
The one thing that
I'm
was,
shitting on this, even though I like it.
one thing that was intense was when they were going across that gap to the vault, and they were using that little rickety ass metal ladder they fucking slung out. There's no way in hell I'd do that. I'm like, you're
Oh,
robbing
no,
the
me
place
neither.
yourself. I'm turning around.
Me neither, dude.
Fucking
Bugs me
insane.
is like, they spent who knows how long planning this thing,
Yep.
and they misjudged the length of this gap.
Yep.
That was what that's
it-
fucked up.
No, it
And they
fit.
use that ladder.
Yeah,
of
that
all
ladder
things.
was the problem. It should have been bigger. Like they had a long enough ladder. It was just it slipped.
By like that much
Yes,
on
it
either
was
side, like 2
barely long
inches.
enough.
Yeah, barely. But no fucking way I'm doing that. Like if I was Freddie Highmore, but no.
That ladder was so short that when they dropped it, realistically, they should have dropped it all the way the fuck down. It would have never landed on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just that part stuck out that I remember. But yeah, I'm glad everybody liked it. What's our next movie?
It is Catch Me If You Can. It's got Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks in it.
I've always wanted to watch this movie.
Oh, really?
Yep.
It's on my list.
I'd
It
never
used to
seen
be
it.
popular way back.
You did it again. Popular.
Way back in the day.
The description: an FBI agent makes it his mission to put cunning con man Frank Abagnale Jr. behind bars, but Frank not only eludes capture, he revels in the pursuit. And he forges checks. This is essentially what it is.
How long's the movie?
What does it say? 2 hours and 21 minutes.
Damn.
It's a longer movie.
Yeah, it is.
It's pretty good.
And if it's an 8, we all know why, because this was like a blockbuster.
Yeah,
Well,
Leonardo DiCaprio.
I told him before he came here, I was like, if we watch The Departed, we can watch this. I was like, we
fine by me.
could do it. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys do too.
Jeremy, would you rather someone fuck your girl, or would you rather fuck the guy that's going to fuck your girl?
Oh man,
Which one would you rather go with?
I would rather the first one because one, I'm not gay, and for two, it's probably going to happen anyway.
It's probably happening and you have
Yeah.
no clue.
So I'm going to go with the first one.
I mean, you're saying that question like she doesn't have a choice whether she's going to fuck him or not.
Oh, she don't.
Because if she has a choice, then I'm going to be like, let him do it. Because if she chooses, then I'm better off that way.
Dude,
Like,
she's always going to choose that. That's
that's such a nihilistic point of view.
no, it's not your girl. It's just your turn. And now it's his turn.
Maybe
Well,
your turn
it would
could
be my turn
mediated, not
'cause-
by her getting fucked immediately.
I'm clapping dude's cheeks.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm clapping dude's cheeks.
This is for you, Vicky.
Which, by the way, yeah, make her watch. But no, the original question was her have sex with another person while you watch, or you clap dude's cheeks.
While she watches.
No, that wasn't part of it.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I'll totally watch her.
You-
fucking up. Yeah, and then I'm
If it was
out
the
either
one,
way.
The one.
I'm there. Oh my god.
Oh
Yeah.
my
I've got like 3 or 4 of those, man. So it's cool.
She don't like that.
Stop it.
The next one.
Yeah, the next one I've had plenty of ones, so it's cool.
Stop it.
I'm not saying it wouldn't hurt, but
I ain't gonna
like
concede
Jeremy
to
said,
that.
you're better off anyway.
Better off.
Yes.
I'm agreeing. I'm not conceding to that. I ain't fucking no dude because you.
Exactly.
Like,
Jake just wants to fucking do it. And this was his excuse of getting to do it.
God, if I'm in this situation, that's no problem.
He had his answer a little quick, didn't he?
Dude, he's been thinking about this since the draft.
Yeah, when I fucking originally asked it.
look at me. I'm a man. Look at me.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, he just faked a
No,
Yeah.
I was thinking of some other shit.
I got to adjust myself.
Yuck.
Gross.
Flex some legs, Jake.
Yeah. You can come in now.
The experience
Here's the
would have been
PlayStation,
better
bro.
if, like, he was hotter. The experience would have been better.
I went up to White Oak with Vicky like 2 weeks ago, somewhere around that. For the first time, she's never been up to White Oak, and I was with my mama. My mama loves riding up White Oak, and I'm pretty sure I told Vicky about this before. I was like, she likes to go back and forth. We were up there for like 3 hours going back and forth like the same stretch of road, and like I look back at Vicky, and Vicky's like, oh my God, because it was hot and she was nauseous and she was ready to go, and I kind of felt bad, but I was like, this is it. This is what I used to do. And I used to get trapped up there because I'll ride with you for a little bit, man. I'll grab something to eat. And then I was out until like nighttime.
Dude, when we talk about little, what do you call them, like sub communities or whatever around town here,
Mhm.
like White Oak, I'm sure I've been to places like this and had no clue I was even there. That's usually how it goes for me.
Like, I've always heard of White Oak, but I can't say that I know I've been there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
There's a whole bunch of these like places around here.
It's nothing crazy. Not, I mean,
It's a road.
Yeah.
Basically. and
You
that's
hear
it.
those are like mythical countries. You're
Yeah.
like, you've been out Duff.
Yeah,
You've
I was
been
about
out
to say
White Oak,
White Oak, Duff.
you
There's
follow up.
places
Stuff.
up in Jacksboro, same thing. It's
Deerfield.
Deerfield.
Well, just imagine driving the same road, like the same 2 miles for 6 hours.
There's a whole bunch of them around in our county alone,
Yeah.
though.
Oh, old school haulers. All our families come from.
Long Hollow. Yeah, there's another one.
I've been down there a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of places like that.
Clapping cheeks. Clapping cheeks.
Jeremy, give us a topic, buddy.
Dude, what if the guy wasn't clean? Like, the guy just took a shit and he didn't wipe too well. Are you still going to do
So
it?
if the
No,
guy
I'll
was
bow
Seth,
out.
You bow out?
I bow out.
if it was Seth with his dirty ass,
Hell no. All right.
right after the shower though, so it's not dry.
Yeah.
he did the best he
It's just
could.
wet.
You gotta
Somehow that
spit
felt
on it
grosser to
anyway.
say.
It's wet.
Yeah.
For a guy to tell another guy it's wet.
Hey, bro, my ass is wet.
Wet and ready.
I got another topic I was wanting to talk about. This is to everybody. Okay. Not just Seth, because he thinks it's all directed towards him.
That's true.
Are cartoons attractive? Can you find a cartoon attractive?
Man, I love how you just asked that question too, because if you answer yes to this, you just sound fucked.
Yeah, I can't. Nobody's going to say yes. to
Okay,
this.
you ever seen a picture or animation or anything where you're just like, that was a pretty cartoon? Or
What
nice
I do
looking?
is I imagine what that cartoon character would look like if they were real.
Okay.
That is what I do.
Generally, the hip to waist
Like-
ratio is so fucked they would look like a alien.
I'm-
Yeah.
Like,
I'm okay with that. That's what I do.
You
But
just said, Jake, you said you think they're pretty or attractive or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a difference between seeing beauty in something like that. It's kind of like looking at art
Uh-huh.
and then being sexually attracted to it.
Okay. Well,
There's something completely different in that.
that's what I'm getting at. Could you be sexually attracted to a cartoon?
is Lola Bunny hot?
No. Fuck no.
Or what's the other one with the red dress chick?
I know who you're talking about.
Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah.
I don't even get how this is a thing.
I mean,
hey, it's a popular thing,
Okay,
man.
I mean, I understand that they sexualize the cartoon, but
Mhm.
am I sexually attracted to it? Not in any way, shape, or form.
I kind of agree with Jeremy. I think anytime like Lola Bunny, like I'd be like that would be a hot woman.
Yeah, that bunny.
would be
Mm.
a hot woman.
So, is
Like-
it the physical features that you're attracted to,
Yeah.
or the sexual?
It's that bouncy ass, bro.
Yeah.
just whatever they do to it. Anything about that cartoon that's drawn out the certain way, is that sexually attractive?
There,
at
okay,
all?
I think with a cartoon like Lola Bunny, it's not the fact that she's a bunny that's attractive.
Lola Bunny
Like,
is Bugs Bunny.
woman. Yeah.
Okay, so the
whatever.
one in the red dress is a different.
That's
Yeah,
a different
she's off
movie.
of-
Yeah,
I just
okay.
can't remember
Roger
the name of
Rabbit.
it.
All right, so
Yeah.
that's what I keep thinking of is that one. So all right,
Yeah.
go
Gonna
back
have to fucking like pry your eyes open and
Yeah.
slide show you.
yeah. Going back to the Lola Bunny. Okay, the old school one where they made her thick and
Voluptuous.
Yes.
I'm surprised you know that word. I thought it was just like bone thin or fat.
okay, so where they made her like that, and then now where she's completely skinny. If you think you watched Space Jam now, are you still going to be any kind of sexually attracted to the
Oh, now?
stick version
No.
of Lola? What if she acted the same? I'm saying that it could be more than just physical appearance. She could be. What if she walks around acting sexy as hell?
Oh, like their personality, I
Yes.
guess. I mean, that
I
could
know
come
that
off as
sa-
attractive,
I'm
but
trying
that's
not to say
also
that, but-
a voice actor, the
Well,
way
they take
come off.
like
Oh, fuck.
mannerisms, like seductive mannerisms, and put them into the cartoon.
Yes.
Like
That is what I'm saying. Like, could you be attracted to that and it not have to be all about the bunny's looks?
Here's
I'm
one.
sure.
I don't know if you guys fucking remember this, but I'm using this to explain. Not that I think this, but in Lion King, fucking Simba and the chick Nala, is that her name? Nala.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like wrestle or whatever. And when she meets him when he's older, they wrestle and he pins her for a second, and she gives him a look that we know is like a universal look. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we all know
So
the
that's
look.
like a mannerism right there.
We all
Even
know
though that's
the
a
look.
fucking lion. like
Anyway, this is Jessica Rabbit for
Yeah,
you.
I've seen that.
You have? Okay.
Jessica Rabbit is a whore.
Yeah, she is.
Look at her.
So,
She's a whore rabbit.
She's not even a rabbit, is she?
No,
She's
no.
human.
she got with Roger
Does
Rabbit.
that look human?
Let me see. I mean, she's supposed to be.
Yeah, she's human.
like
She
hip-to-waist
marries
ratio.
Roger Rabbit, who is a rabbit, and takes his last name.
I don't want to fuck that cartoon picture.
That's fine.
That's all I'm saying.
You don't have to. That's mine.
Oh, that's
Dibs.
yours.
I think I agree. I think it's the mannerisms, the specific features or whatever
Mhm.
that are replicas of actual female mannerisms or features.
that I can see.
Yeah.
When you said the voice actors or whatever too.
Yeah.
That's a cue. Okay. Sometimes. Family Guy. What's her name?
Lois.
Yeah. No.
Meg.
Yes. We're Kunis. Whatever her name's. Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
Mila Kunis.
Oh my gosh, dude. The character you don't see that, but you already know how
The
hot
voice,
she is.
the voice
Yes.
doesn't make up for that.
I know it
beanie
does
wearing
not.
Fucking
Yeah,
word
Meg
I
is
can't
not.
say.
I've never been attracted to Meg in the show at all.
Not at all. But you know
Also,
who-
I hate
who-
Lois Griffin's voice and
Peter.
yeah,
I don't
hate
get that
it.
either. The
Hate
whole
it.
sexual attraction towards her. None.
Hate
I don't get it.
just Jersey people, man.
Peter.
Speaking of Jessica Rabbit, though, I remember one time me and Vicky were watching Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and she saw Jessica Rabbit, and she's like looking over at me. What the fuck is this? this hoe?
But
But
they do the same thing with male cartoons.
Well,
so no
my
one gives a
my
shit.
point is, if she says that, then obviously there's a reason behind it. You know what I mean? There's something
It's meant to be
appealing.
sexual.
There's something appealing about it.
I think
know what I
it's
mean?
like, I think it's like reminds you of actual female.
Man, this
Characteristics
reminds
and
me
shit.
of real
Okay,
boobies.
when she looked at it and she had that kind of reaction, what do you think that reaction was for? Why?
Because sexualized cartoon.
Not only a sexualized cartoon, but it's how that cartoon looked. You know what I mean? It's like peak female anatomy.
Like I
you
said,
know what I
the-
mean?
The hip to waist ratio being so
Yes.
off, so unrealistic.
Exactly. Okay. It's the same thing.
hyper attractive. Hyper
It's like
attractive.
fucking Johnny Bravo, dude.
Yeah.
He's fucking king.
Dude, every male cartoon is ripped and stuff like that. It's the same way.
A hyper masculine or hyper
Yeah.
feminine.
He man.
Unless, and if they're fat or a normal
Yeah.
look, they're funny.
They're funny.
Yes.
You can't be ripped and funny.
No.
The dude's like upper body looks like a Dorito chip, and like the chicks look like a vase.
I'm just thinking of Peter Griffin.
Yeah. I don't know. Stan, he's pretty ripped off of American Dad. I mean, he's
I've never watched.
He's not
American Dad.
ripped, but he's decent shape. He's pretty funny.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've
But
never
I
watched
feel
it.
like it's just the imitation though. It gets kind of like even more weird when you start talking about like anime cartoons and stuff like that though.
that whole culture I do not understand.
I think most of what that is hyper horny 13-year-old dudes, and they see even fake pair of tits, and it works for them.
Like with the cartoons and stuff.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
whenever they're 35 and they're still into it,
No, that culture's like, I'm not saying they've influenced American culture, but it's like something.
It's spreading.
Yeah, it's spreading and something that people have picked up on and they enjoy. Which I don't have a problem with that, but I don't like it.
I'm fine with anime and stuff.
You don't
like,
have a problem with other people doing it. You just think it's weird.
It is. Well, I mean, it's like we talked about with that last movie, the over emotional acts that they do and stuff like that. Yeah, it's so fucking weird to me.
Well, that's why you
me.
watch the dub version, and usually they fix that.
Yeah,
usually. But I'm cool with anime. I think a lot of anime's all right. I'm not like super into it though. I've seen some good ones. The thing I can't get into or understand at all is like the fucking body pillows. Yeah, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
I've heard about them.
Yeah.
I'm completely
that people fuck them. Is that what you're saying?
They might.
I'm completely lost about the body pillow.
They call them their waifus.
Waifus.
Anyway, back to it. Yeah, I don't know anybody that has a body pillow, but I just can't wrap my head around having a body pillow with an anime chick on it and like cuddling it or whatever the fuck they do.
Have you ever
with it.
seen memes of them like out at restaurants and shit?
Yeah.
That is fucking hilarious, man.
It's so strange.
I've never seen that.
Is that weirder than sex robots?
Yes.
It's the same thing.
Oh no, it's not.
Yes, it
That
is.
is completely different.
Thank you for asking that question. It is the same fucking thing.
Sex robots will live on. Okay.
Yeah, eventually.
They're conscious.
I mean,
It's weirdo people that haven't been around women enough or haven't developed some kind of social something.
They're probably terrified of women. which
And
they all are,
and
but
that
they are
mostly and that is what they resort to. Okay, now that has to me been kind of like pushed, not mainstream, but kind of like brought out more in public. Shit that they would have done in private like that is now more of a accepted worldwide thing.
I can accept
Like
a robot
getting
versus
cut.
a fucking pillow. That's basically it.
It's a cheap robot, dude. That's all it is.
No.
Yeah, and it's soft
Yeah.
and cuddly.
Dude, I need a promise from you guys right now. I'm going through my phone trying to find like a meme of the waifu pillow. I need you guys to get my phone when I die and erase all this shit. It's like I'm scrolling through it like racist, anti-gay, anti-women, gay.
Stalin is the best.
Yeah. He was right.
We won't read your search history. Just delete. Permanently delete.
I do that in incognito, so you don't have to.
Do you remember there was a No Sleep episode about a body pillow like that came to life? You remember that?
Yeah, I do. I remember a little bit of
It
it.
was pretty cool.
Oh, just the robot thing. At least then you can actually like talk to it. Because I'm imagining like we've been over this, but
That's-
like,
that's
He's
creepier.
imagining a fucking human.
basically.
That he, like
Detroit.
Biggie is his. That's how he got married.
It's different.
Oh, and also this hasn't been on the podcast, but me and Seth got into this. For anyone that knows what Detroit Become Human is, they're like lifelike robots fighting for their civil rights. And I asked Seth what he would do after knowing me for 6 years, whatever. I was like, what would you do if I was just like, I'm a fucking robot? He's like, I wouldn't care. And I was like, what if someone killed me? Oh, I wouldn't care. Wouldn't affect me at all. Bullshit.
Dude, you can't put hypotheticals on stuff like that
Why?
because it's not real.
That's what a hypothetical is.
Hypothetically, if I wasn't a human being with a soul, would you care?
I think that comes down to like a difference of opinion about like even if there was a robot like that was like human
Yeah.
almost completely, like I would imagine, tell me if I'm wrong, but Seth would think they don't have like a soul or a
Yeah.
spirit or something like that.
But
Yeah.
would that mean you don't give a shit anymore?
No, Jake. It would be like, remember when that lightning strike hit Brad's computer?
Why
and his
you
PlayStation?
you trying to piss me off?
No, I'm
Say
not.
it
No, I'm
again.
not.
I love it.
But like, I would cry and then I'd replace you with another PS4. That's all. it
No, my
is.
memory's gone. I'm a whole new person. Like I'd show up and
know.
you'd be like, "So
You're
what do
a-
you believe in?" I'd be like,
No.
Nothing."
You are a machine.
That's you now.
Yeah, but he didn't know in the beginning. I've developed.
But you're a machine, so it's.
But
You're not
all
real.
the memories and all the experiences are one camping trip we've taken that wouldn't be there anymore.
We're still going in October. That is going.
So
down.
basically, what he's saying is you get a better opportunity to make a better Jake.
Yeah. Kickstart.
Yeah.
Maybe I can meet you earlier.
since you just brought up the camping trip and what we're doing, when we talked about the deprivation chamber,
Yes.
Jeremy, I don't think you've been around for me to tell you about it, but
Oh shit. Hell
There's
yeah.
one in the Follett.
yeah, did I tell you?
Yeah,
I
you
fucking
did.
told you at Hooters. Damn. Okay, I'm gonna tell
Have you?
He told me at work.
I'm telling everybody again.
What do you
Can't
think?
keep his mouth shut.
Says Brad. Says Brad.
Says the
Okay.
guy.
Says the guy.
What's your thoughts on it then? Actually, Jake, go ahead and
Okay,
explain it.
there
and
is
then we'll
a limited deprivation chamber here in town that we're looking at, and it's only like $75 to do an hour. You can also do 30-minute sessions.
I want to know.
I got a
Yeah,
bone
same.
to pick that I saved for the podcast about you saying that. It's $75 for an hour to go there, and I asked you if you would pay $150 to go watch Joe Rogan or Dave Chappelle in Nashville, and you said no, it's too expensive.
It is right now. It
It's
is
$75
I
for an
still
hour
haven't
alone.
went and did this chamber thing because I don't
That's
have
actually a good point, Jake.
what.
$75 for an hour alone, but not 150
Also-
for 2 comedians for possibly 4 hours.
How far away was this?
It's
3.5
Nashville, so 3
hours. And then I'm gonna have to either drive back or get a hotel.
I'm just
In Nashville,
And I hate driving.
I'm
Yeah, it's Nashville.
nitpicking your value judgment here.
Also, the fucking the stand up is the 3rd, which is this Friday, which I have work. Short notice.
Yeah, that's always
Yeah.
affected you, hasn't it?
Either way, yeah, this thing's
as
in
long
town.
as it's easy.
Yeah, that's right.
No, as long as it's his idea.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I think you're right. I came up with it. It must be fucking wrong.
That's
It all
sad.
makes sense now. That's it. I just had a revelation.
Anyway, all right, I'm sorry. The chamber.
$75 for 1 hour.
Yeah, and it's something I want to do. It's still tempting. I think it's cool. Basically, you float in the pod, and it has like 850 pounds of Epsom salt. So you lay literally on top of the water, and you get closed in. I don't know if there's a light. It looks like you're gonna be like
I hope there's not. I don't want light. I want it to be pitch black.
It had a light, but the thing was open, so
You
I
might
think
be
it'll
able to turn
close
it
once
off.
it comes down.
I know I feel like I've used this phrase a few times now, but I want it to be
Popular.
life changing. That's what I'm expecting. So
Life
if
changing.
if it isn't that, then my expectations are not met.
you're not gonna come out life changed. What
No,
if you
I
go
mean,
in there
well,
and
I
you
mean-
see a demon
I mean,
No, if
sitting
you
on your
go in-
chest? You're like, Brad was right.
it's
I
supposed
need
to
some
be
magic mushrooms.
For real. It's supposed to make you hallucinate.
Okay, that's what I'm wanting to go in there and then
Experience something new.
I'm not not experience, but maybe it's enough to cut out the rest of the outside world so you can focus on what you
Is
need
it in your
to.
head?
Yes,
I feel
and
you.
that's what I'm hoping to get out of it if we actually do this.
Well, it looks cool, but I think there's only one pod. So
What are you hoping to get out of it, Jake?
It looked like the size of
it's
a
just something I've
tanning
been
bed,
wanting
by
to
the
do for
I
a
saw
while.
that.
Like ever
So
since I heard
you don't have a goal for this? Like
No,
you're
I just
hoping this happens or this happens?
I set the bar so low. So
Mine's
low.
up here. His
Yeah,
is
I
way
like
down
that.
there.
His bar is so low, but he'll still find something to complain about.
Yeah. The tank was too cold when I got in.
It does seem like we pick on Jake a lot when the podcast turns on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you do.
Click.
we pick-
All right, fuck this guy.
Pick on Jake a lot when he's alone.
Oh, you know what? He's not
That's it.
wrong.
Put Vicky on speakerphone. She's gonna light you up.
He's not wrong. But anyway, so what did you think about this pod? Whatever it's called.
I mean, I'm worried it's a cheap version.
Me too, because
Yeah.
it's in La Follette.
Yeah.
I know. I
The
agree.
pictures it
100%.
made it look nice, man.
Yeah.
I feel like it's in one of those apartments, like right in the middle of downtown La Follette, and you walk through all this shit and horrors and stuff, and junkies.
Right as before you walk through the door, dude tries to sell you crack.
Yes, and then you open the door and it's a nice white,
He-
clean
he's
room
like, "Hey,
when there's a
man."
pod.
You need to take this before you get in the pod.
It makes it so much better, man. I promise. Just $50. Just $50.
And I'll even clean the needle off for you.
Here we go.
I don't know when I'm gonna do that, but it, like I said, it's promising. I guess since it's in town, it's not super fucking far.
I'm just worried that it's a cheap version.
I'm very surprised there's one in town.
I mean, that was the
It's-
first one. There might be another one.
There's
but I
got to be
didn't
something
look.
else with it. It can't be just that. Like,
Oh,
you
no,
can't
it's
run.
It's a spa. They have like tanning, massages, and
Yeah, I was about to say
bullshit.
you can't run a whole business on just that in the middle of La Follette of all
You're in
places.
You're in there. They open the pod. You have your eyes closed up, patting out a hamburger
What if
for
that
you.
happened, bro? Ah! Are you telling Vicky?
Yeah, she can go in there and beat their ass.
Would you let him finish?
No.
You're in trouble.
Wow. But
oh, Lord.
The other thing I mentioned earlier, so I'll bring it up again. But another worry of mine would be that who's been in that fucking water
It
before?
cleans
talked about
itself.
that.
Yeah, they have like a big.
It's like a
description.
pussy.
Do you trust that?
No.
No, I don't.
Jeremy, you actually haven't given your thoughts about this at all.
I was letting you guys talk about it because it just doesn't interest me.
So you don't want to do
Really?
it?
Nah.
What if we say it's badass?
Why?
Like we do it. We're
Well,
like Jeremy.
if you
have
all
to do
three
it.
are like, yeah, if you all three agree on something is really fucking good, I'm like, I should probably try it. In which case, I'll try it.
That is
In
one.
which case, you're probably all going to fucking lie about it now.
No, I
That's
won't do
one of
that
the
to you.
good things about a friendship group like this, because everybody's got different views, different opinions, different everything, and that's what it makes it
Crazy
work.
secret. We all did it, and it was crazy.
Fucking
We
lit.
floated next to each other.
Holding hands.
We all came at the same time in 3 different pods in 3 different rooms.
That's how you know the magic mushrooms work.
Yes, yes. No, I'm like I said, I'm just worried that it would be a cheap version.
I mean, even if it is, it's
Well,
only
Jake can be the guinea pig.
yeah.
If
Apparently.
he does it and he pays $75 for it and he tells us that it's worth that much, now we can all go do it.
And if I say it sucks, you're not going to do it, right?
I don't know.
So you
I might still
do it?
try it.
Yeah.
Another thing I brought up to him is like if you sit in there, I imagine you have to be like calm, so you'd have to like mentally calm down before you would experience anything in it if you were going to.
Brad's in there hyperventilating. If they open the pod, he's
No, I mean
drowning.
you'd probably be uncomfortable in a fucking pod full of water. Like,
Nah.
If you tell, see, that's what I'm thinking. If I get in there and you're like, oh man, it's just like laying in the bathtub, I'm like, all right, I'm out.
Like I said, you're supposed to float on top of the water with all the salt and stuff.
And I'm not expecting an experience. I'm not expecting a something to happen
Just
or me to
clear
see
thoughts.
anything. That is exactly what I'm
I'm
thinking.
sure you'll get that.
It's like just
maybe clear thoughts make something happen.
maybe. Who knows? I'm expecting dead silence and just like,
well, this is Guy.
Everything you've
Well-
ever done wrong hits you at that
you know
moment.
that's what's gonna happen.
all you hear sitting in that is popular.
Cleveland.
No, kind of like floating in space.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
Just
but
dark, complete darkness.
Who knows? You'll probably try it before I fucking do, though.
No, I want to make this a thing. And if they've only got one, then you can go in there and I'll sit outside and wait for an hour.
He's probably beating it right down there, getting it ready for me.
I told him I think you probably have to stay still, so it'd be like kind of like lucid dreaming, but in a sensory deprived way.
What are you gonna do? Swim in there?
No, I mean like perfectly still, like not move around and shit, like not fidget. Like, have you ever laid in bed and tried to stay perfectly fucking still?
No, but I'm actually planning on that with this. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't get in the bed and then plan on I'm gonna try for something.
Like lucid dreaming?
Yeah, I'm not trying to achieve this. I'm laying in bed doing whatever I'm doing. But whenever I go into something like this, it's like non-existence. That's what I'm hoping for. Non-existence. Nothing else in the world is there except me inside of my own head.
Weird way
And
of
that is
saying
it.
you don't want to exist. I'm so confused.
I'm killing myself. The podcast is dead.
Us?
We've always had that pact.
Well, we'll let them go first, Jeremy.
I will go after you guys. Promise.
Before I forget, Bill Burr has a stand-up thing coming up, and it's like $40 for tickets.
Where?
I don't know where, so you need to get Googling.
You're good.
And before this segment ends, we're coming close to our 1 year anniversary for the podcast. I know that here in the last few episodes, it's kind of seemed like it's died down a little bit, the hype, the effort, but we're about to come on to a year, and we're expecting some new changes, new segments. Jeremy's actually going to drop some bombs on this next season.
Is he?
Yes, hell yeah, he is. We've only got him to say 4 words on this.
He should
episode, but
he
you
should
know.
start working on that then, huh?
He damn sure should.
Writing out a list.
Yeah, some secret bombs are coming from the bear.
He's going to really delve into his personal life this time.
Yeah, right. I've been best friends with this guy for 8 years. I don't even know who he is, dude. Jake, nothing to say. Nothing out of
It's
that.
hard to believe we've been doing this for a year.
When's it? It's in
October.
October, right? So we've got basically 2 more episodes till that point.
Yeah, podcast is dead. Probably won't make another episode by then.
No shit, man. I'm trying to get my head clear. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
So it's like, I just don't feel like it anymore.
I have a headache.
I was gonna wait till 8 o'clock yesterday and then be like, yeah, I'm not gonna be there, and then let you fuckers all do it together.
I would have.
I-
I planned on doing it anyway.
Yeah.
I was gonna show up, and I haven't watched the movie yet.
I know.
So the the night of her graduation, where we went to Mexican and all that, blah blah blah.
I'm
blah.
glad Megan's doing big things.
We went and met her mother, right, at a bar in Knoxville called the Wild Boar Tavern, and there was a band playing there, and it was actually pretty cool.
A lot of fun, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was pretty cool. We
You
weren't
hear
there
this,
very
Jeremy?
long.
You hearing this?
It was
Okay,
actually
just make sure.
it was actually a pretty decent band, but they were like a cover band and they were like local, but it was actually pretty cool. I didn't really drink because we were only there for like 2 hours and I had to drive. I had like a beer, but I haven't been in like a bar like
A
that,
setting.
like that kind of setting.
I've tried to talk to Jeremy about this, and as single men, us go do stuff like this, but
Like Cotton Eye Joe's does not count. That's like a dance bar. Like,
yeah,
that
that's
was
definitely
different.
something I couldn't do anyway.
This was like the bar you see in movies. There's like a bar, there's like a band playing off here. There's like people eating. They're bringing like
more
buckets of
adultish.
ice. Yeah, they're bringing buckets of ice with beer in it. Like it was
Hell
pretty
yeah.
cool. It's
Hell
pretty
yeah.
cool. They make whatever drink you wanted. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
So my bitch / complaint or whatever you want to call it. All right, y'all know Halsey, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
The singer.
Gerald's got his balls deep in Halsey or whatever.
Oh man. So anyway,
Shout out Shady.
dude, this seems to happen a lot. Is musicians like this? They start out, down here singing about normal stuff. All right, man. She's put out this new album that just came out the other day or some shit, and it's all over my fucking Facebook. And now she's satanic all of a sudden. If not satanic, it's just the music just goes for all far left field. It's all heartbreak music, relatable stuff, or just normal songs. And then this one right here is I'm not a woman, I'm a god, and she just keeps repeating this shit. I do not understand how the fuck this happens.
I was scrolling through like Spotify's top playlists for the US or whatever, and I
Yep.
listened to a couple of her songs, and I didn't like any of them.
I'm guessing it's the new album.
Yeah, I saw
See-
that song title. I'm not a woman, I'm a god.
I don't understand it, man. It always transitions to this, and it's every female singer out there. It happens.
I agree.
Empowerment.
Billie Eilish has one something like that, and then I think Ariana Grande has something like God is a woman or some shit. Someone has something like that. I don't know. It's weird to me.
But everything, it's even the music videos. You watch the change happen. It's normal girl or woman stuff. And then it's all of a sudden it's I don't know. They go way out of whack with their costumes and stuff, and it becomes Rihanna. Who else? Beyonce, Miley Cyrus. Everybody's did it. I
think it's the ego of it. Like they get big, they hit the fame, they get all of that, and the ego just like blows up. They're just
And now they got to be some weirdos.
I just think it's flaunting is what it is.
They sold their soul to the devil in the get go, and now it's just coming out.
It might be
They
that,
sold their soul for the fame.
but I think it's more like
I believe you.
Thank you.
not pandering, but something along that. Like what was his name? Lil Nas.
Yeah.
He had that fucking thing 666 whatever, and that he's doing that a lot, and it's getting interest.
Clickbait
So-
in the form of themes.
I agree with that to a point, but
It's controversial, so people are gonna watch
and
whatever.
he's the
fuck-
only one that kind of did that,
well, people are.
right?
I mean, if you're saying I am God, someone's gonna be like,
I'm
"What
talking-
the fuck?"
I'm talking
is
about his
you?"
whole homosexual. I'm sucking the devil's dick right now,
Yeah.
or twerking on the devil thing, right?
Yeah.
But and there are people saying that about him, that he sold his soul to the devil also, or whatever. But with women, it is a trend. It's like everyone that gets big like that, it always happens.
I feel like it's just flaunting. That's what I think it is. Just flaunting
Like
they made
peacocking.
it. Yeah, they've made it.
I don't know.
We all made it, so we all got to do this.
Well, also with the
Hell,
general
Satan.
movement for women or whatever, it's just more incentive for them to do that.
Ugh. Ugh.
What else?
No, we're
We
not
all
saying-
sold our
You
soul.
get out of here.
If we all
Are you
sell
just
our soul,
resentful because you didn't sell your soul for your rap career?
come on. Okay, all right. I'm glad it was a joke. I thought she was being serious. But if we all sell our soul, this podcast would be big, man. That's all we got to do.
It only takes
No,
one.
no, yes.
How do we do that? Do we draw a fucking weird shape on the ground and sacrifice
I'm
beauty?
pretty sure. I don't think it would take a sacrifice. I think all it would take is you saying it. Professing it out loud.
You have to mean it too.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can't
mean
just say
it and profess it out loud, and I think it could be done.
all it
Brad.
takes is one of
But
us.
I'm getting out of the podcast. And I'm not kidding. I'm done.
What
Yes.
if it's just one person?
Even
that
if
does
it's his soul, man, I ain't on that shit. Go
what if
on.
overnight we got super popular?
You don't want to
and then
piggyback
I'm
off
just
my
like,
deal?
popular?
oh, what if it got super popular? And I'm just like, I did it, Seth. Would you quit?
Yes,
You would.
I
So
swear.
I'll just have to keep that a secret.
I would quit.
I'll keep
No,
it a
you
secret.
wouldn't.
Yes, I
I
would.
don't know, man.
You do.
You
Man,
wouldn't
we're so
hang around for
popular.
a little while. You know we're going to get like 10
I
good
would
years
quit.
out of that, right?
Yeah.
We wouldn't be alive for 10 more years.
Yeah.
He's the
Yeah,
one
I
that
mean,
sold his soul, not us.
Yeah, to follow the trend, he at least makes it to 28.
Yeah, the
No.
deal was just me, not you, Seth. Don't worry.
No.
You just
That's
tag
what John
along.
Lennon did.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're in association with that.
No
the
one has
other
to
Beatle
know.
members weren't guilty because John Lennon did something.
I'm not talking about them.
well,
I'm talking about
there's
us.
4 of them.
Are
4
you
of
going to
us.
be okay with being in association with
Oh,
that?
so wait. Since you mentioned Lennon, the one dude that was in the band that like missed out by like a fucking month because he got kicked out.
I don't know his name, but I know who you're
He
talking
must have just
about.
been like, I can't be a part of that. That's you, Seth.
That's me.
He
man. It
missed
is.
being part of the fucking Beatles.
I mean, you don't have to like let people know that's what happened. No one will associate you.
I
with that.
know.
I
That is
won't
the
tell you.
problem.
I'll tell everybody else.
Yeah,
but
you couldn't tell me.
Yeah.
Just to be safe, don't tell me.
Brag.
I won't believe you.
Okay. That works.
We're popular because of us.
Yeah.